So my personal long-term goal with Etsy is to really outsource all of my tasks and just so it can just be like a cash flow and just pure turnover, and then really focus on kind of bigger and bigger projects.
Essentially turning it into passive income.
I think passive income's a bit, but pretty much passive income.
Close as it
Maybe
would get.
like 5 hours a week I'm spending time on it, and then the remaining 90 hours in a week.
How many? I don't know.
I don't know.
Fuck knows. X amount of hours in the week.
That's the biggest goal for me, is to really take myself outside of the business, because apart from in Q4 when I really do actually have to be involved in the business to scale it as much as humanly possible, I want to be able to find more staff members. This is one of the reasons why Oscar's obviously part of the team, and I have a couple other team members like him, is so I can remove myself a lot from the business so I can focus on the things that are high ROI. So if I'm in the business doing product research, that is high return on investment, but it can be, let's say, on $100 an hour is worth my time to do product research.
Yeah.
It's actually way more than that. It's $1,000 an hour worth my time to do product research.
All right.
$1,000 an hour is worth my time to do product research, but if I'm going in and focusing more on Shopify projects and building some longer term brands, that will be equating to worth $5,000 an hour if I sell that brand for 5 million in a year time, kind of thing. So that's my biggest goal right now, and that's the long-term goal of Etsy. Because it's so consistent, and because I'm at the position right now I'm at with Etsy, I'm trying to remove myself as much from the daily operations as possible. I'm really focusing on the overarching goal and really focus on the overarching principle behind it.
Getting everything systemized.
Everything's systemized. And then I just want to focus more on investing and focus more on kind of buying Etsy stores, potentially partially exiting some of my Etsy stores or more of my Etsy stores and buying more Etsy stores. And then also like doing the overarching brand building and bringing more of those customers from Etsy over to Shopify, building more long-term brands. Obviously that makes it more worth it if I want to exit in a couple years time. And then also building more Shopify brands based off maybe the Etsy stores. Like if I have a specific, say, gothic jewellery selling really well on Etsy, I can bring that over to Shopify, run that up.
Yeah.
Do a couple mil a year. So that's my biggest goal right now, and that's my kind of biggest aim with Etsy. What's your biggest aim with Etsy? And obviously, as you're part of the organization, you also have your own Etsy stores.
Pretty much the same thing as what you said. Like, I'm just sort of kind of just a year behind you or 2 years behind where you're at right now. So I kind of just want to continue working on Etsy, getting my stores up there, and then once I'm at that level, I can get what I am to you.
Yeah, you're just a year behind me. You're basically just a year behind me.
And then
but
my goal is
realistically,
obviously the same.
it'll probably be like 6 to 9 months realistically, because obviously I'm a lot further ahead and it kind of trickles down and all the information trickles down.
But also I'd say is I'll probably go a little bit quicker because you didn't necessarily have a mentor, whereas I've got you.
Exactly.
Like I started Etsy dropshipping not when you started it, and within 2-3 years or whatever the fuck it took you get to this position, it'll probably take me half because I've got you who's already made all of these mistakes.
Yeah, like all the mistakes I made in the beginning, it took me a year and a half to get to the position I'm in. But if I had like Etsy Kings, say,
that's what
it would have taken me 7 months to get the position I'm in.
Like that's why the course is so valuable. Is you're paying because Craig's made these mistakes and he's telling you how to avoid them. That's essentially what you're paying for.
Yeah.
You can do it yourself, but you'll be spending a lot more time, a lot more effort, and a lot more money figuring out those mistakes, whereas you could just.
I think the most valuable thing about that is because it takes a lot of time and effort to figure out everything, and you're going to run into a million problems. You don't have a support system. I think that's like you're just never going to do it because people are like, oh, it's difficult. Oh,
that's the other thing. It's difficult.
So you're just going to run out. You're going to run out of steam. You're going to run out of motivation. But because there's other people that you know and you have the support system, that's why it's going to.
Yes, it's almost like you're all in the trenches together type shit.
And even now we've added. Obviously, it's not crazy amount of calls just yet because you're super busy and we're trying to sort out the timings and stuff like this. And you're basically doing it in like downtime now, like spare time almost.
Yeah.
We added accountability calls, right? So that's super good, and you're doing some of those within the group, which is super valuable to the group.
Booking with me 15 minutes, I'll just help them out with any questions or shit that they've got going on.
Good.
Yeah.
Super good.